Greetings and salutations. How's it going, everybody? Happy Halloween. It's October 30th, 2023, and we're recording another episode of Virtual Reality in VR. Maybe I'll get some lightning sound effects at least for the end of that. Maybe some bat sounds or something to do in post. That would be fun. Anyways, how's it going? It's another episode of Virtual Reality in VR. Do you like my pumpkin? I made this today. It's got the three little eyes, like in the Meta Quest. I thought it was cute. Anyways, it's okay to carve your pumpkin on the 30th if tomorrow's the 31st. I can still put that out there. Nobody's going to know what it is because they're going to say, oh, it's a pumpkin with three eyes. Maybe I'll be surprised if any kids know what it is. Anyways, let's go ahead and extinguish the pumpkin and put this away and do the rest of the episode. Yeah, that was fun. Anyways, let's move on with the rest of the show. We got the bowl of candy out here now. That'll be gone by tomorrow. All of the little kids will come in and I'll hand it out and they'll look at my pumpkin and go, why does that pumpkin have three eyes? And I'll say, because it has three eyes, that's why. Anywho, let's get on with the rest of the show. It's been a fun week in the Meta Quest 3 in virtual reality. There's some really fun Halloween stuff this year. We had the Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord come out this week. People have had mostly positive reviews on that from what I've seen. I didn't pick it up myself. I have to be picky and choosy about what I'm buying these days. I spent $500 on a headset and then I'm buying games and everything else, so I gotta watch my budget. But people seem to like that. It's got the cool mixed reality mode in there where you're flinging Stay Puft Marshmallow mini men at a bigger Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So that's a lot of fun. There's Seventh Guest, which is a re-release from a PC CD-ROM game. We're talking stuff from the 90s when CD-ROMs were brand new technology and fun stuff. And they're like, ooh, full motion video. But the Seventh Guest is another good one. Seventh Guest VR, a lot of puzzles. They got the new actors doing the scenes and everything. So it's a nice haunted, spooky way to enjoy your Halloween holiday. There's also been a lot of other games that have added in Halloween themed stuff. I think some of it's recycled from last year, but even games that are established games like Synth Riders have been putting out virtual reality content now. There's a mode with bats that fly around and spooky songs. Pistol Whip has something that's going on. A lot of other games have been incorporating Halloween type stuff. So aside from the Halloween stuff, I like to go and get my socialization in VR. It's been kind of my goal here is every day to do something in the virtual reality. Every day at least get my exercise in. I've been doing really good with my fitness stuff. You can see all of my gold stars. I've basically met all of my move goals for the month so far. My end goal is 365 days of the Oculus Quest 3 and getting the virtual reality exercise in there. But I like to get the virtual reality socialization in as well. And previously I've been using Meta Horizon Worlds, which I talked about a little bit last week and was complaining about how it seems to be heavily policed. There's a lot of people of watch what you say, watch what you do. You're going to get reviewed and things like that. So I've actually gone so far as now to just completely remove Meta Horizons Worlds and do all of my socialization in VRChat now, which is fun. There was a really cool music visualization room where you can go and toggle the settings and the music visualization comes at you. And there's a dude in there and he and I were like, ooh, pretty lights and everything else. And I figured out you can run to the end of the visualization and jump off and then you see the world go and you can see the thing that's visualizing going and then it pops you right back inside of it and you can run out the end of the tunnel. So me and this guy were running out of the end of the tunnel and jumping off and watching it as it floats upwards as we're falling down into the abyss, which is always a fun activity in virtual reality, jumping off things to your death to just respawn back where you were. I did that. I went into the McDonald's in VRChat. It's not McDonald's like Meta Horizon World. It's actual McDonald's, and it's at least 7 times better, I would say, in there. The avatars look better. Everybody has their own little cute avatars and they're doing things. The register, you can put thing on the register. You can run credit cards. You can get burgers. You can go in the back and dish fries up. You can go and wash dishes. There's things going on outside. There's a playground. Across the street, there's a Best Buy and an Olive Garden. So it actually has like a feel of a virtual world more than just something that's kind of forced into the meta horizons. So I think VRChat is going to be my thing moving forward. One of my favorite places I found in there is a room called No Time to Chat, and 2 is TWO. So it's 2 people for 2 minutes, and then it kind of switches and you get somebody else and you talk to them for 2 minutes, and then somebody else and they talk to you for 2 minutes, and you go out, and then it'll have like a group chat where everybody that you were just kind of chatting with is there too, and you can see him and wave, and then you can say, hey, next time we come around for the 2 minutes, tell me the story about your cat. So that's fun. I've been keeping up on my fitness. I downloaded Supernatural VR, which is kind of, it's got the bats in your hand, and you have a Beat Saber kind of mode to it. And then you have like a mode where you're like punching and there's things coming at you that are punching. And they really, really want you to be ducking and diving and juking. And like, I can't even like do the motions right now because I'm so sore after doing that. I've still been playing Synth Riders, which is a good warm-out for a workout. Workout for a warm-up. Warm-up for a workout. And third tries the charm. Like I said, swollen tongue, swollen brain. It's hot in this room when I turn on the 2 lights and do it, and I always get a little bit nervous, even though it's just a camera. I don't have an actual audience standing there. Played Synth Riders on Sunday, socially, which is fun. It seems like you're going to get a mix of like toxic kind of people if you go into rooms that are specifically for chatting. But if you go into games that are for playing, the people there seem to be nicer and more fun. You have easier common ground to kind of get with. This one lady I played with had some of the songs that I didn't have in Synth Riders. So some Gorillaz songs and Muse and things like that I haven't gotten around to spending money on yet. So it was cool to be able to, since she has the songs, I can play them with her in multiplayer. So we were doing Feel Good Incorporated, which, it has the laugh and it's so and he's like, through the whole song, he's like laughing and doing that. So I'm like laughing and kind of mocking it, and she's cracking up laughing, and we're having a good time. It was a fun little connection in VR. Also, aside from Supernatural and Synth Riders, I tried, Audio Trip? Audio Trip is a lot like Beat Saber and Synth Rider kind of mixed up. You have some things that are drums that you hit, some things that you punch, some things that you hit with a bat, some things you have to stay in the thing. It's a lot more difficult than either of those games. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Audio Trip yet. Also tried out some Pistol Whipped, which is fun. It's kind of, it's not so much of a workout as the other ones, but you're still shooting things and, over here and you're ducking and bullets and everything like that. So you do get a workout. You do break a sweat playing Pistol Whipped, plus you get to shoot things. The best thing about Pistol Whipped is it's more of a rhythm game than it is a shooter. So long as you're in like the range of where you need to be shooting, you'll hit the target. But it rewards you more for shooting on the rhythm, which is a lot of fun. One of the games that I really wanted the Quest 3 for, of course, was Grid Legends, and we've talked about that in some depth already. I finished up the story mode on Grid Legends, which is a lot of fun. You see the whole story, and there's the twists and turns and trials and tribulations, and then the ultimate success, and then you become a rookie driver. I've been doing some of the rookie driver career mode events. One fun fact for Grid Legends, if you end up playing it and your career keeps on crashing out on you, turn off the multiplayer mode. Make sure you're in like offline mode, because for whatever reason, if you have the multiplayer on, then it will allow people to join in on your race. But since the multiplayer isn't working right now, it crashes the game. So if you want to go through the career, you have to do it solo, which is okay. But aside from that, some of the other games that kind of sold me on it, of course, Asgard's Wrath 2. Everybody who bought a Quest 3 for, I think it's by January something or other, January 23rd or 14th or one of those kind of days, gets a copy of Asgard's Wrath 2 for their MetaQuest account as well. So really looking forward to that. They're showing some really good demos of it. It looks good. It looks like there's some good combat, some puzzle solving, some giant gods that you're battling. Of course, you have, like your Lokis and your Thors and your Heimdalls and, all of the other Odin, all of the other Greek gods that are in there, which is kind of funny because, the Marvel universe is now kind of delved into the Greek gods kind of thing. So you get this crossover that feels funny. But I'm definitely looking forward to Asgard's Wrath. That's going to be coming out, what did it say here? Oh, December 15th is what they're saying on that. So just before Christmas. So that should be good. Assassin's Creed's Nexus VR also coming out. That's going to be November 16th, so later this month. I'm excited for that. It looks like it has 3 eras of the Assassin's Creed. You have the ancient Greece, which is kind of like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You have the Italy, which is like Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio Auditore. And then you have the American Revolution, which is kind of like Assassin's Creed 3. So they're going to have those 3 different aspects of it. I anticipate the game's going to be probably in that 12-hour range if we're lucky. Maybe 4 hours for each of those eras that are in there, as well as trials. And I'm sure, get the flags and get these buildings, sell these pieces of art, upgrade all of your equipment, do these things. So that's looking like a lot of fun. The big game that I'm excited about, though, is coming out November 2nd, and that's Power Wash Simulator VR. Would you think, what? Why would I want to power you? It's such a fun game. It's not like other simulators game like Farmer Simulator or anything like that to where it's kind of rough. Like it starts off and you're washing basic things, houses and cars and trucks and bikes and motorhomes. And then the story starts to develop, oddly enough, to where there's more and more things that you're washing until you, the story leads you into interesting things that you're washing. I won't ruin it at all for you, but it's deeper than you would think it would be. And it's got the multiplayer modes on it. It was definitely one of my favorite games that was out on Game Pass. I've talked about that before. Before this, I've been a big Xbox gamer, as well as a PlayStation VR gamer, a Quest 2 gamer, and things like that. I love my video games. I've been playing video games since I was a tiny little baby on the Atari 2600 and in the arcades and everything like that. But exciting stuff. It seems like the MetaQuest 2 and 3 are starting to ramp up this year. We're definitely get some higher quality games. Maybe eventually they'll throw us a bone on when San Andreas is going to be coming out. I know everybody wants that. They announced it like 2 years ago. Still haven't said anything about it, but anyways, that has been this episode of Virtual Reality in VR. We'll see you next week, where I will definitely be talking about Power Wash Simulator and some other fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Bye.